So here's another idea video. Let's get straight off to this. So the first idea is windows. There's a 50-50 chance that car windows can spawn. This can be modified by the owner of the game or Nelson, whatever. This is just my idea. This is just a suggestion, of course. Windows will have several grades. There will be civilian, SWAT, which could be renamed police, whichever, reinforced, and then bulletproof. Civilian glass is the weakest. Anything will destroy it in one hit. This would be arrows, fists, melee, guns. It doesn't matter. These are broken in one hit no matter what. Next is police grade. This would be found on police vehicles only, so police cars would have it. You can find these out in the world. These should spawn normally as well, like with building materials. So that's where like hardware stores would carry it, and anywhere like a board or sticks can spawn, this is where they should spawn. Police grade, it would take multiple hits to break. It would take at least 2 hits from civilian weapons. Military weapons, still a 1 hit. Fists cannot damage this. The next one is reinforced. Fists cannot break it. Only certain melee weapons can break it, which would be baseball bat. Well, pretty much any blunt. No blades can break this, but any blunt weapon can. Sledgehammers, baseball bats, batons, all of that. Guns can go through it. Civilian weapons like the Colt, the Magnum, the VSS, or Matamaras, the Uzi, and so on, would take a minimum of 5 shots to break. Military guns like the Maple Strike, the Swiss Skewer, and so on take 3. Timberwolf takes 1. And like it should be like the typical glass you would get, but still not be too easy to find. Like these should spawn in military areas where you can find them, and same for bulletproof. These should be the hardest to find. Like these should not be really easy to find at all. What these are, they're not bulletproof. Let me tell you that. No civilian weapon can get through it. No melee weapon can get through it. Explosives one-hit it. I mean, well, not exactly one hit. It's not like any explosion damage will break it, but it does take a good amount of damage to break. Military guns will get through it in about 20 shots or so. The Timberwolf in 2. This would basically be the glass that is sought after for pure PvP vehicles, but it's so rare that people probably settle for reinforced, which can still be broken. The next idea is armor plating. This is just various armor plating on vehicles that can be crafted, or you can just like equip scrap metal and put it onto the vehicle. Like this idea would basically just be you being able to equip scrap metal and putting it onto a vehicle. This would also make bolts useful. Bolts should be needed for this. Like scrap metal plus bolts equals armor plating. You put that onto your vehicle. Like it should be a free build item, like with shutters and doors. You can put them on the vehicle anywhere, and you can put them on like your constructed buildings to help protect them. The armor plating should have its own amount of health, and it should be able to put on any part of the vehicle or building just to give it extra HP. It's basically like body armor. It takes so many hits, then it breaks. Then the vehicle underneath can be destroyed. This would be useful for protecting the engine block, and let's say penetration is added, so something like a high caliber gun can go through the vehicle and damage you on the inside. That would be very useful, as it would make it more difficult for that bullet to go through and possibly save your life. Next would be car modifications. This would be improved engines, better wheels, all kinds. Like certain engines make you go faster, while some are more durable. Like the wheels would help with traction or whatever, but just like overall car improvements. There's not too much to this, like better headlights, which, I mean, now this is kind of difficult. Like, do you want headlights that are dimmer so people at night can't see you as well? The only problem is you won't be able to see as well. You want stronger headlights that go further and brighter, stuff like this. The reason I think the dimmer headlights would probably be used some is because it would give you enough light to see the immediate road in front of you, but it wouldn't be so bright for people to see you as easily. And this would mostly be used on PvP. And single player, you'd probably pick the brightest headlights you could find and the fastest engine. Also, the faster the engine, the louder it gets. This is just what I personally think. Let's see, that's 3 ideas. So one more would be car destruction. Now you can already blow cars up. Or if you're like me, what if you don't want to blow the car up? You want to take the car for yourself, but you're not good enough, like you're not in the position to shoot them out. Like you're behind them or something, but you have a rifle with a scope, or you're just a good enough shot. Now how about being able to shoot out the tires? This way the vehicle can't drive, and you can take the car. You can find a wheel to repair it. The engine can get busted. This would stop the car as well. Then you'd have to find an engine to fix it. And then maybe have a gas tank hitbox where you can break that. They can't refuel it, or they lose the fuel in the vehicle already, stuff like that. I know it's a bit DayZ-like the way I'm saying it, but I do think just cars randomly blowing up from a shot to the engine from a Timberwolf, not really realistic, really. I mean, if you think about it, if I took an M107 and shot at the engine block of a car, I wouldn't explode it. I'd stop it for sure. One shot from that and I'd put a dead stop to that car. But I wouldn't blow it up. Even if I shot the gas tank. Now, sure, maybe I might catch it on fire if I'm lucky, but I wouldn't blow it up. You'd probably have to be using like incendiary rounds or tracers to do that, though. But incendiary rounds would probably be pretty good for that. But that should be a thing, like if a car's gas tank gets shot, it can leak fuel, and then you could shoot that with like a tracer or an incendiary bullet, and it could catch fire. And here's a 5th idea, since I have the time, and since I just solved it. How about make gas cans able to pour gas on the ground? What would be the point of this, you imagine? Well, I mean, since I'm suggesting the tracer and incendiaries, probably fire. This could be a temporary campfire-like item that could let you craft with fire. Let's say you have a item that can create a fire. Let's say there are lighters added or something. There you go, you create a fire with that. Or you could shoot it with an incendiary or tracer round, since that's in the game, and you could catch on fire. You could like set down several puddles of gasoline. Somebody walks over them, you shoot it, they get set on fire. I mean, it's a creative way of getting a kill. It's just an idea, of course. I doubt this one would be added because all the work that would be needed on it. But, well, this was more of a proof of concept rather than a, well, I don't know, just a concept. I don't know. It's just a concept of what can be done. Because here's what I think Unturned is missing, is just the freedom. There's a game called Cataclysm DDA that I play. You can do practically anything you want. Like, if I have a gas can, I can pour gas on the ground. I can set it on fire. If I have a car, I could take it apart piece by piece, or make my own car from pieces of metal and everything. I can do so much. But on Unturned, I mean, of course, Cataclysm is a text-based game, so it's much easier to work with. But that's something that is missing from Unturned is freedom. You can go anywhere. You can choose to fight zombies or not. But honestly, there's just not that much to it. At least for me, I think more freedom to just do what you want. Like personally, I would just enjoy going to a gas station shown in this picture and just put fire on put gasoline all over the ground, aggro a bunch of zombies, shoot it with incendiary, watch them burn. I think that'd be fun, don't you? But just an idea. Hopefully some of these get added, and I hope more freedom is added. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.